Well, folks, we've been asked to answer a few questions here for someone to take a look at. And so we're going to do our best to just go right straight through these things with no second takes, just whatever comes up, comes out. First question is, how would you describe your personality? Well, there's only one way to describe me, is I'm overly ambitious and very outgoing. I don't ever meet a stranger. I love to talk to people, any subject, anytime, anywhere. Doesn't make no difference who you are. I think every man puts on his pants the same way I do. I don't care how much money he's got or how poor he is. We're all in the same boat together, and I like everybody. And I just love to talk to people, and I love to be a success, and I'm always looking for a new challenge. Second question, how would you describe Chasin Creation? Well, to me, Chasin Creation is a real program, a very realistic program about real everyday people and showing how that we enjoy life, and have some real fun, and we don't have to do all the negative things, all the bad things, getting drunk and cussing and ripping and raring. We're just a bunch of good old guys that we enjoy having fun, and I think Chasin Creation shows that you can be a good person and still have a lot of fun, and that's just my description of Chasin Creation. It's a very real, genuine program about everyday people just out there chasing creation and having fun at it. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got involved with Chasin Creation. Well, my mother and father separated when I was 6 months old. I was raised by my grandparents, and all through my teenage years, I had no neighbors that were my age to play with, so I found myself spending a lot of time in the woods or down at the creek fishing right by myself. I got married when I was 20 years old and had to work hard. Hunting and fishing had to take a back burner. But thank the Lord, a few years ago, things turned around and I had a little extra money and I could get back into hunting and fishing. I opened my current business when I was 45 years old. And by the way, that business is Cheap Charlie's. It's a carpet store. And all the suppliers wanted us to go on golfing trips. Well, I'm not much of a golfer, so I kept asking for a hunting trip. So finally one day, one of my suppliers said, "Hey, look, I don't know whether it's any good or not, but my dad owns 4,500 acres out in West Kansas, and he has agreed to let you come out there." So immediately I got on the phone to Greg and Jeff Bryant, and I said, "Will you guys take the chance of going out there with me?" Well, that was in 2006. We've been every year since then, and I think we've had some very good hunts out there. And so Jeff has just felt sorry for me, being the old man that I am and the old poor guy that I am, and he's allowed me to be a part of Chasin Creation, and I thank him for it. Next question. Is there anyone in the group that does not get along? The answer to that is absolutely not. We all get along. We have a good time. I think we're all on the same page. If there was anybody that was not on our page, he wouldn't be a part of the group. So we all get along real good. As long as we can find good places to eat, we're going to get along. What is an average hunt like? Well, most of our hunts that we do together, we travel. And so usually when we get there, we'll spend a day or so in the woods scouting, maybe setting up on a hill somewhere with binoculars, and we just look and see what's going on. And about the third day there, we've kind of got a game plan, and we set out and set up to where we think we can make a kill and see what happens. And we've had pretty good luck doing that. And so that's basically what our hunts are like. What do you do for a living? Well, I talk for a living. I guess that's what you could say I do. I own a business called Cheap Charlie's Carpet. Started it, as I said earlier, back in 1996. I was 45 years old. I had no money. and I had a $3,000 credit line. Today, I provide a living for about 15 people. The Lord's been good to me. I want to thank Him for it and try to take care of my business, but that's what I do. What are some of the biggest challenges of being a part of Chasin Creation? Well, taking time off from work is a challenge. When you're not there, things just don't run like they are when you're at your business. The other thing is, I live way down here on the coast of North Carolina. I'm the only person involved in Chasin Creation down here. And so when I get with the guys to go hunt, I have to drive 5.5, 6 hours together with them. And then we travel wherever we're going. So, you know, taking time off from work, usually it's a week if we're going on a decent hunt, and just the challenges that's faced there. The other thing is the expense involved. Still not a rich man, so traveling is very expensive. So when I take off and I travel and you have to buy a hunting license and you pay for your lodging, it costs a lot of money. And so that's, I would say, is the biggest challenges. What is the craziest thing that ever happened to you while you were on a hunt? Well, that's an easy one, folks. I got my tail whooped by a dead turkey. Not much fun, but there's been probably 60,000 people that have gotten a real good laugh out of that on YouTube. So I would tell you that if you haven't already seen it, go to YouTube, look up most funny turkey hunt ever, and you will see yours truly, Chief Charlie, getting his tail whooped by a dead turkey. I'll just let the video speak for itself. What do you do for fun when you're not hunting? Well, that's a real easy answer also. I love to eat. I love to cook. I love to travel and eat. So we usually spend several long weekends a year in the car doing what I have named my restaurant tours. I will go on diners, dive-ins, diners, drives, and dives and drive-ins, or whatever that program's called, and other food channel programs, and I'll write down restaurants all across the country, and we'll get in the car and we'll take off for 2 or 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, and we'll travel around the country and we'll check some of these places out. As a matter of fact, when we are traveling on our trip out to Kansas every year, we always travel through different parts of the country and check out some of these restaurants that one of us has found out about during the year. So traveling and eating, and also cooking here and eating, is what I do for fun. What is the ultimate chase? What would I like to hunt most of all? Well, I guess I would have to say that would be a moose. Several years ago, we did a job, and by the way, you're hearing the sounds of freedom. We're down here on the coast of North Carolina between 2 military bases, and these airplanes and helicopters, they fly over our house quite often. We pay no attention to it, but you may have heard that, so I just thought I'd explain to you what it was. But getting back to the question at hand, what is the ultimate chase? Again, I would have to say it would be a moose. Several years ago, we did a job for somebody that had a home up in Alaska. They gave us some moose meat, and we brought it home and we cooked it. And ever since then, my daughter has been on my case about, Daddy, you got to kill a moose. So I don't have any other choice, but if I had an ultimate hunt to go on today, it would absolutely be a moose hunt. And let me say this, I don't like to hunt anything that I'm not going to eat. I know some people just like to go out there for the kill, but that's not in me. I'm not a duck hunter because I don't really care to eat duck. But I do like deer, I like venison, I like moose, I like bear meat. So all of these things that I hunt, I'm going to process and I'm going to eat it. And I think that covers my questions, and let's see what this video looks like.